What's up, guys? I'm going to show you how to properly use a foam roller, what this does, why it's so important. Pretty much I love using the foam roller. All of our clients use the foam roller so that we take out all of the tightness in our body, all of the overactive muscles within your body. So what happens, essentially, for me to put it to you in the simplest way, is that if muscles work together to create movement. So if you work out your bicep too much and not enough of your tricep, your elbow is going to be in flexion the majority of the time. If you work out your triceps too much and not enough of your biceps, your elbow is going to be in extension constantly. That's going to cause pain at the proximal joint, which is your elbow here. So we want to have an equal amount of length tension between these two muscles that move this joint and extend and flex the joint. And that's with any other joint in the body, to ensure that we don't have any pain, we don't have any dysfunctions, and we have optimal movement patterns. Most people that I see can't even properly do a squat because they have so much tightness in areas such as their rectus femoris, in areas such as their hip flexors and things like that. So I'm going to show you how to foam roll, how to properly do it. Most people don't do it the right way. Okay, you're pretty much going to just roll over the whole body. Okay, I mean, some areas are going to be tighter on others for you, some areas are not. But what you're going to do is you're going to try to find those tight areas if you don't have a practitioner to help you out. So you're just going to roll along all of the muscles in the body. Typically I like to start with the back. I find that majority of people have tight lower backs. A lot of people have pain in their lower back and they mistaken that for a weak lower back, when in reality the back is actually very strong. The lower back has become very overactive and overdeveloped, and so people tend to try to strengthen the back when it's already too strong relative to other muscles in the body that need to be stronger. So you're just going to roll out, find area. If you feel something's tight, roll over that area. A lot of people have pain in the shoulder. You guys have pain in the shoulder because you guys have very tight lats. A lot of people do, pull-ups and things like that excessively. A lot of repetitive movement. So what happens is those muscles get really tight and they start pulling on your shoulder and you start getting impingement in the shoulder. You get very poor gliding in the glenohumeral joint. The bone starts to grind in the socket, and that's why you feel pain. Pain is just a signal from your body telling your brain that you should stop doing something, because if you continuously do it, you're going to tear something, you're going to rip something, you're going to hurt something. So your brain sends you pain signals so that you stop doing whatever you're doing, so that you don't press anymore because you're in pain or because you're going to cause damage to that area. Okay? So we're going to roll onto your lats. That's one of the most important. Go onto your side. Right, make sure you get your lats. Really roll on wherever you find that tight area, hold it there and pressure. Place as much pressure as you can on that muscle. Okay? I see a lot of people rolling too much. If you find that tightness, push down on it, really dig into it and hold it there. Let the muscle release itself. We're doing almost like trigger point therapy where you're trying to release the muscles. Okay? There we go. Right, and it feels a lot better. As soon as I get up and I move my arms around, it feels a lot more loose. There's a lot less tension, okay? We're gonna go onto your quads. Do one at a time, okay? Find that tightness, and then once you find that tightness, what I actually want you to do is I want you to stop on that area. So it's tight for me right here. What you're gonna do is something called tacking. You're gonna bend your knee. You're gonna extend. Bend, flex, extend the knee. What I'm doing there is I'm actually gliding the fascia over the foam roller so it releases itself. So do the same thing on both legs. Then you're going to do your adductors, okay? So you're going to place the foam roller right there and you're going to roll right in the inside of your groin all the way to your knee. Find that tight area, wherever it is. If it's right there, put as much weight as you can down on that muscle and really allow it to release and come back to its normal resting length. Okay, so we want an equal amount of tension, length tension in each muscle so that we don't have any pain, we don't have any dysfunction, we have great movement patterns, we have more oxygen and blood flow to the muscles when you're training, okay? Next you're gonna go onto your IT band. This is gonna be tight for a lot of people out there as well. Right here. So your IT band, right on the side of your leg. Then you're gonna work your way up to your TFL, your tensor fascia latae. Okay, a bit higher. Many people have tightness here as well. So it's up to you to really find where the tightness is, find where the pain is. That's why it's called self-myofascial release. And if you do this every single day, I can almost guarantee you that you're gonna reduce the pain in your body. You're really gonna feel a lot better. Your workouts are gonna be better, right? It almost hurts and you start sweating when you do it, okay? That's what I recommend. Do the whole lower body. Then you're gonna do the calves after you do the quads and the hams. And then you're gonna do the quads, you're gonna do the calves, roll on both. If you find there's not enough tension here or it doesn't hurt enough, put one leg over the other. Put more weight onto one leg. Okay, really work it in. Right, after you do that, you move on to your hamstrings. Same thing here. Put one leg over the other, really work it in. Okay, there we go. Next, what I'd advise is that you work on your anterior tibialis muscle. So go face down and really put pressure onto the front muscle there, which is responsible for dorsiflexing the ankle. So when you go like this, that's the muscle that works, okay? So it all just depends. You're gonna have tension in these areas based on what you do. Maybe some of you guys run a lot, maybe some of you swim a lot, you're gonna have tight lats. Some of you guys do a lot of uphill running. You're gonna have a lot of tight hip flexors. So the hip flexor muscles, your psoas muscles are gonna be very tight. So pretty much just with that, you're gonna get the whole lower body, you're gonna get the back, you're gonna get the lats, you're gonna get all the muscles in the upper back, the lower back. Then what you can do with the lacrosse ball is you can work in the areas such as the chest and the arms. These are harder to reach areas, so it's gonna be harder to get it with the chest, with the foam roller, to get into those deep crevices. Hope that helps you guys. Make sure you guys do this every single day before your workout. It's really gonna make a tremendous difference. Like I said, reducing pain, reducing joint dysfunction, optimizing your joint movement patterns, optimizing the amount of pumps that you get, more oxygen, more blood flow to the muscles that you're working. So as always, push yourself to success, Team Hammer.